familiar face in the BT studio, Darrin Rose, a game show host, an actor, a writer. This weekend he puts on his stand-up comedy hat performing his new show called My Dad's Other Son at Yuck Yucks. We're excited that he stopped in here first. Good morning.
Good morning.
We were just talking about Concordia University because we have the same alma mater.
We do. We both went to the 49th ranked university in the country. And it's worked out great for both of us. Here we are on TV.
Yeah, it explains a lot. We were actually there. We crossed over 1 year.
1 year, yeah.
But we didn't stay in Montreal. You left.
Yeah. You have to get jobs. But I used to be a business guy. I used to work in software. And so I had to go pursue that. And then I quit to tell jokes for beer.
What happened, though? Like, how do you make that transition part-time and then full-time? Because it's not easy to be a full-time comic.
Yeah, the most important first step is disappointing your parents.
Oh.
Yeah.
And did that happen?
Oh, yeah. My dad only like 2 years ago stopped asking me to get my real estate license. That's like a backup plan. I'm like, Dad, I'm on 2 TV shows.
What did it take? What was the thing that your dad saw that was like, okay, was it Mr. D?
I think he came, no, even when Mr. D was on, it was like the second season of Mr. D. He's like, hey, guy, you know, they're doing a class. You could take it. I'm like, Dad, I'm not getting a real estate license. I think he saw me at Massey Hall in Toronto, which is a big venue. It's like 2,500 seats, and he was like, all right, I think maybe you could make a living at this.
But, I mean, all of this feeds into your comedy act. This is sort of specifically what
it's true. Yeah, all I do is work out my issues with my family.
Now, how did they respond to that? My father's other son.
I think he thinks I'm making it all up.
Because he doesn't have that retention? He doesn't remember saying these things?
Yeah. So whenever he watches me, first of all, my dad, I've been doing comedy for 13 years now. My dad never came until I was doing it for 11 years. Because who has the time, right? He's retired. And just never came. And then now he comes in, he gives me notes, and he's like, hey, guy, I noticed when you talked about me, I don't think people went for that. Maybe if I look smarter. I'm like, you should have thought of that at the time.
So, what comes first? Sort of thematically, the sort of title of the show, or this is all just material that is coming to you so naturally that you just kind of title it that?
Yeah, sort of the second one, where these are the kinds of things I want to talk to. I want to tell hurtful true stories about my family on stage and television as some sort of revenge for my childhood. And to get back at my brother, because do you have siblings?
I have half siblings, so. Yeah, entirely different issues.
Are they the worst, like in Cinderella?
They're fantastic, but they're all significantly younger than I am.
Oh, so they hate you. Older siblings are the worst people on earth. You don't know that?
Yeah, different, you know, it's a different segment. One with a psychologist, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't have the outlet you have to work it out on stage.
Right, yeah.
Let's talk about some other things that you've got going on.
Sure.
First of all, you've been tapped to host the gala for the Canadian Screen Awards 2 nights.
Yeah.
I want to know what it's like to perform in front of that kind of audience. Because that's not like a Yuck Yucks audience where people pay to see you. This is like your peers and people in the industry. Is it harder?
Yeah. It's going to be the worst because it's an award show. And an award show means everyone is hopeful but nervous at the beginning of the night. And then as the night goes on, 4 out of every 5 people are just like, oh, he shouldn't have won. And then, so you just tell jokes to people who are angry, just pounding drinks. Yeah, so it's a bit of it's going to be work.
So how do you keep yourself kind of, you know, buoyant through the whole thing?
I'm going to use whiskey.
I think that's excellent.
That's always buoyed me in the past.
And we have to talk about Mr. D as well. Going into its 4th season, this is a big deal. Do you feel like maybe there is a resurgence of the Canadian sitcom? There seems to be more now.
I think so. There's a bunch of great shows. Schitt's Creek did very well, which airs before us, and we air at 9:30 on Mondays on CBC, and it's great. We're doing the 4th season. It's like the 3rd week of the 4th season, and yeah, people were starting to make TV in Canada again, which is very exciting.
And you host Match Game. What else? Have I missed anything? You have a lot going on.
I'm doing the Late Late Show, which used to be with Craig Ferguson, but is soon to be with James Corden. I'm doing that on February 11th for the 2nd time, so that'll be fun.
This is a massive deal.
Yeah.
And it's a big deal that you're back at Yuck Yucks, so we're really happy to have you on the show.
Thanks.
Congratulations,
Thanks
Darrin Rose, on all your success.
Thank you.
Yuck Yucks at the Elbow River Casino tonight through Saturday. More information, as always, at breakfasttelevision.ca. Hey, did you get a letter from like the dean or the chancellor of Concordia congratulating you on all of your success?
No. Did you?
No.
Damn it.
Jill Bellin, time to try on some clothes.